Welcome to Twisted Monday. It's the end of Minion March. And indeed, the end of all Twisted Metal Black. By the conclusion of this stream, I will have played every single level in this game as every single vehicle on stream. You can watch them all. Many of them were not uploaded to YouTube, but they remain archived on Twitch. So anytime I skipped one of the side levels, I went through and I did bonus content where I played through those levels with that character afterwards. And now it's time for Minion. Some of you more keen-eyed viewers will remember I did not do that with Manslaughter. We're going to do that at the end of this stream. Hey, I got a follower. That's a good start. I'm desperately trying to break 200 here. So 11 more of those, I will have done so. If you're watching this, you have a Twitch account just lying around, throw me a follow. Make my pathetic dreams come true. But for now, it's Minion. We're gonna just annihilate this otherwise fairly difficult game. I do not think this is real, is what those numbers say there. Minion's whole storyline is told in a sequence of numbers. Not even binary code. Just letter replacement. Which I cracked. Made a video about a long time ago. And recently, I guess David Jaffe said that he just sort of slapped an ending, or those interstitial cutscenes on, so that Minion would have something of a story. Because it frequently seems to be the case that these Twisted Metal games, they want to have a story for the boss characters, and then they run out of time. Can't do it. This game got the closest to giving every single character a story. To the best of my recollection. Maybe there is a game that successfully does it, but I don't recall one. But yeah, I guess Jaffe said that this story was just like a last-minute thing that he crammed in there, just so there would be something. And this has led an increasing number of people to complain about how worthy it is of discussion, and whether or not it's even canon. Which, it's in the game. Of course it's canon. It's like inarguable that it is a part of the story. They continued it when they made Twisted Metal Head-On, or at least elaborated upon their interpretation. And because of the last-minute nature, Jaffe probably did not have a plan for it when he slapped it in there. It's just intriguing words, and you decipher them, and you're like, oh, there's like a bigger story, maybe. And that may or may not have been accurate. I certainly like to think that he was implying that the whole Dark World thing is the whole Sweet Tooth madness. In a lot of ways, it's symbolic of Jaffe himself writing the game, because he also wrote the Colorful World games. No spoilers yet on where this story goes, but it may have some tie-ins to the Colorful World. I guess I'll save some discussion for the rest of this probably fairly short playthrough. I'll just stand here and let Roadkill melt. Absolutely cannot for the life of me get a shield going. Right there, I was too low on energy to do it. Because my free shots keep whiffing. Why did they make the homing on the free shots so bad? They're so strategically useful. This was my first ever Twisted Metal game. And it taught me extremely bad lessons for the rest of the series. This is why I almost never use free shots when I play the other games. I just learned you don't do it. They're not going to hit anyway, so don't waste the energy. Need that for shields. Precious, precious shields. We don't get to see our weapons appear on the body of Minion. That's a bit of a shame. Worst character in the game, obviously. Do I have a special? I certainly do. It's gonna take a free shot to actually land it on Mr. Grimm. That guy has no hitbox. Just a wriggly little thing. Okay. He decided to stand perfectly still for most of the special. Then he put up a valiant effort, but profoundly in vain. Could not have even bothered. Okay. So, onto the suburbs. Okay. Maybe the weapons do actually appear on the vehicle and I'm just missing them. Because they are, you know, comparatively... Yeah, there they are. Look at how tiny those little missiles are. I missed them because they're microscopic. But they are fully represented on the vehicle itself. Which is super unnecessary because Boss Minion never equips weapons. But they did it exclusively for playable Minion. That is awesome. Another reason this game is so impressive on a technical level. It really went above and beyond in basically every way the game can. And a very early PS2 title as well. I believe the PS2 launched in late 2000. This game, mid-2001. It's weird how often Twisted Metal games have been near launch titles. The first one was a near launch title as well. Bit of an unfortunate series tradition. Because launch titles are the worst games that will appear on most consoles. I mean, some of them are Super Mario 64. Most are best left forgotten. This game's not exactly flying by. Took 10 minutes to do the Junkyard, that's about standard. And this level, I mean, Minion is very fast. It's not maxed out speed fast, but I think even the character select screen does not indicate that he has maxed out speed. And that guy's dead. There's plenty of special to spare. I really just want to give Warthog a taste of his own medicine there. See how much he likes getting flamethrown. That's pretty much all the high armor vehicles easily taken out because I had an excess of specials lying around. Axel has decent armor in this game. Twisted Metal 3... Oh, Twisted Metal 2012. I compare it to 3 in my mind, because they're of similar quality levels. It was supposed to come out years earlier than it actually did. But we do have to judge it by the Twisted Metal 2012 we got, which did come out incredibly late in the console cycle. Much too late for its own good. Oh, we have a full house of names I recognized. All the viewers showed up for the important conclusion of Twisted Metal Black. And obviously, I will never have reason to play Twisted Metal Black again. Of course I'm playing Twisted Metal Black again. I think beating every single level as every single character is reason enough to put this game down. Not even close. It just won't be monthly afterwards. Hey, thank you, Deciphering, for the support. 25 of those, nice. Much obliged. So I'm struggling with very small vehicles. Which stands to reason, because I'm very large. And I can't open link to that art, tragically. Hopefully it's still somewhere near the top of chat when he gets to the next loading screen after I translate the next loading screen. So I gotta continue doing that. Oh, did I miss this level's translated loading screen? I think I did. Zoned out as I am. I've had a long couple of days. I'm not getting any shorter. But in the last loading screen, our driver did say the words, "I must speak in code, or he will discover me." Hence the numbers. A justification for the number thing. Now, if they're right on top of me, my free shot actually seems to work. That's good to know. I'm gonna bother with that, and fine, I'll use my last recharge. Or not. Wow. I had specials enough to kill everybody. Oh well. Oh, I just got the fireball version, but that's more than enough to kill Shadow. Even this little thing's ready to die. You're in no risk of a game over. Basically ever. Downtown is our next stop. I don't actually have a choice in levels, because I have to go the opposite way of what I picked when I played as Manslaughter. We are trapped in his head. Intriguing, what could that mean? Let's see. Oh yeah, that link is a local file. We'll sort something out. So, yeah, I guess I should talk about the special. The fireball will deploy if you are very far away from the nearest potential target. Not even very far away. If you're a greater distance away than the flamethrower itself. It's like right now. You're not letting me demonstrate here, Warthog. The flamethrower itself is tracking Warthog. But he's very far away, so when I activate the special, it just launches homing fireballs at him. Which are pretty effective, but nowhere near as deadly as the flamethrower. If you're close, you'll launch the flamethrower, and if the enemy then gets out of range during the duration of the special, it will launch fireballs as well as the flamethrower. And I sort of had a method of weaving closer to the vehicles and then further away to get the fireballs and the flamethrower to activate for maximum damage. So the fireballs are very powerful, not at all to be underestimated. It's a bit of a needlessly complicated design, but they had to make it such that you could use both the weapons that Minion itself uses during the boss fight. Which is the tracking flamethrower and a bunch of fireballs. I think boss fight Minion also uses fire missiles. Maybe I'm misremembering there. We'll see soon enough. So fast, and he has such an awkward hitbox. It actually is a bit difficult to get your health refills. Oh, hey. Looks like the art link worked. Now I'm the only person who hasn't seen it. I will correct that soon. I'll probably throw it up on stream. For too long. Backfire. I wanted whoever this red arrow is, probably Mr. Grimm, come drive right into the thing, but instead he stood behind the hump of the bridge for the entire duration of my charging. No one tells Mr. Grimm what to do. Even when what he actually decides to do makes no sense. I'm surprised that fire missile hit. Tracking on those things suck. So... we're in good shape. Zoomies couldn't pick a target. Works out well for me. God, the homing on Zoomy missiles is atrocious. They simply don't know what they're doing. Bit of an alley-oop there from Manslaughter. Helps me get the kill. Use this special to get it a little extra damage on Junkyard Dog. And that gave me enough of my special left over to kill him as well. 2 for 1 special. Here in downtown. Axle exploded. Finally got a bullseye bonus. Tried to use my shield. No such luck. Had plenty of energy that time. Yeah, Spectre's been a nightmare so far this entire run. As soon as I get her to stop running, she's crushed instantly. Okay, this is the big one. The longest one, if nothing else. This is how he sees the world, how Sweet Tooth sees his life. It is not real. And I drop my phone. Get murdered here. Now I'm returning the favor. Broke almost all the panels. And then I broke half the panels. There's only 4. So 2 is almost all of them. Good question, Decidu. It is possible to, in deathmatch, fight against Minion when you have Minion unlocked. And we will be doing that during the bonus content after this stream. Stay tuned. This is going to be a, like, ridiculously long bonus content to make up for the fact that this playthrough is probably going to go pretty short. Another panel down. But he won't turn away from me. Classic Minion move. Shield's down. Go for health refills, just in case. Although, honestly, a death right now would be like this. See how it's like that? That's what it would be like. Oh my god, I really cannot get a shield to go off. This might be my first game over playing as Minion. Normally, Minion does not get me these days. I'm playing so sloppily because I'm so powerful. Ugh. Well, I had another special built up, and then I died at that exact moment. And I couldn't get shields to go, so I couldn't use my new special very well. Getting him, teaching him a lesson. That lesson is, stop hitting yourself. He's out of here. Okay, I really gotta catch up with chat here. Click on a potentially dangerous link. Nice. I enjoy that art, Evie Lunis. But yeah, we'll be seeing what it's like to, in deathmatch, fight Minion. This is the most pointless of all the loading screens. It just says, all of us are trapped in his head. There was already the previous loading screen that said, we are trapped in his head. And they're just clarifying that we includes everybody. Thank you for your pedantry, driver of Minion. Oh, people are gonna see that art on a rose, don't you worry. Once we achieve victory, all will see what I have seen. Oh, I didn't get my flamethrower. Normally it would be devastating to get Sweet Tooth in this part of the level. It's not undevastating. I'll say that. Just going for another special. He'll never make it. Yeah, I definitely have meta interpretations. Or like David Jaffe saying the characters are all inside his head. Because indeed they are. And like Sweet Tooth is his clown persona. Pisses people off when I say that too. So I go out of my way to say it as often as possible. Ooh, nice combo. Well done, Shadow. Now, you did regenerate my special by killing me. It's regrettable. And your victory is your undoing as well. Now the one down. I'm almost at the point where I've killed everybody on the boat before the boat opens up to summon everyone else. But I ran out of weapons. Now everyone's here. I have had runs where I did that. Emptied out every phase of the level before the next phase started. So the next set of enemies never appeared. I briefly had nobody to fight. That's sort of the goal. Hey, we even got a bot. A celebratory bot. Well, I've been taking my hands off the controller plenty already. Might as well block him as well. I mean, it's a good thing Minion is such an easy mode. And I barely had to look at the screen. Oh, 10 out of 10 bonus, and he barely flinched. Axel's shaking it off. That's that old Axel power. I got fireballs. I regenerated that special while I was using the previous special. So I thought I was going to automatically switch to fire missiles, but no. I had to stay on the special. It didn't automatically cycle to the next weapon, as I expected. Yeah, now that you mention, that was an incredibly bad spam bot. No link or anything. Just enjoy the concept of a spam bot. I started a Tumblr account, and it seems to have dried up, but there was a huge rampage of porn bots on there. Just infuriating things, but their move is just to follow you. And there's no link or anything in any of their bios. And they don't post porn on Tumblr because that's banned. So I don't know what their game plan is. They just follow people in the hundreds of thousands. And there's no way to exploit that, as far as I can tell. Kind of want to shoot down that blimp, but it's very far away. Yeah, Tumblr, like all social media, sucks. But, you know. You see some goofy crap over there. Passes the time. Not that I have a hell of a lot of free time. There we go. Minion. You are a monster. Blowing up that blim. How dare you. Two specials and only 3 enemies. And they're so grouped up, I could probably get all 3. One. Oh, he waited until my shield ended and then froze me. I'm going the wrong way for the side with the recharge. There it is. She should be about dead. Indeed. All I really need is a good ram hit on this guy. Look at that. Legitimately did not even fire a weapon. Did not mean to save. Oh, there's a sound I don't play too often. You select an option, it plays the gunshot. But if you back out, it plays like a ricochet sound. Wow. Let's see. I have to do drive-in movie. Because I did Snowy Roads with Manslaughter. And I must do the opposite. Minion and Manslaughter are opposites, and so it shall remain. And I miss the old colorful world. Is what Minion just said. In Minionese. I should hypothetically have no problem whatsoever here. Because it's Minion? I mean, nothing stops Minion. Our special should work especially well in these close quarters. There are no quarters here. Just close quarters. I am a bit spoiled for choice. Every time I go for somebody, they are replaced by 4 other people. And the vehicle is so wide that, like, one missile will fire from your shoulder, and then the power missile fires from, like, more than a car's width away from where that first missile fired. So if you're just standing and firing missiles, some of them are gonna miss if you're too close. Those broad shoulders. Not to be underestimated. Enemies keep grabbing all the good weapons. I have plenty. I think I got repented there. That's always funny. A special, don't want to waste that. There's a definite repent from the bravest little man in the world, hopping on top of Minion like that. Looks like I'm gonna explode again. Probably should have, like, gone out of my way to get a deathless run or something. Something to celebrate, but the playthrough itself is the celebration. Instead, I did literally no practice. I've just let the chips fall where they may. In fact, I've done basically no practice on any game this month, because it's been Minion all month. Probably should have done a little bit on Twisted Metal 4. Because I overestimated how strong Minion would be in that game. Turned out it was not very strong. Not sure how I didn't get a full charge on my reticle. I waited until 0 seconds. What more do you want? Oh. Didn't let me use my special, or else they'd both be dead. Like this. Dead. Almost dead. Dead. Everyone's dead. Except Minion, of course. Well, Minion did die more than everyone else. So maybe that counts for something. In theory, he's the most dead of all. Also, we will return to our old world one day. That's more of a sequel hook for a sequel that never happened. In theory, Head On is sort of a sequel in a weird roundabout way. Truly, he did not fulfill that promise. Deathless rooftops. That's an admirable goal. I'll try for it. I think I've done it with lesser characters, but yeah, Minion, when I get my hands on Minion, I just flail wildly at this controller. I'm at the very least not going to do any driving off of the edges intentionally. Or at least easily avoidably, as I have many times done. That is real close to a death. Must admit. Oh! I think I triggered the recharge, and it still didn't count. Wow. Warthog desperately did not want me to complete that challenge. That's because I humiliated him earlier, using flamethrowers against him. Oh, I regret that now. Oh. And now let me use my special. Now we should go for a maximum deaths run through this level. I simply must know if I indeed used that recharge. It really looked like I did, like the electricity did come out of there, indicating that the recharge was spent. Oh, one of my missiles just went flying off into the distance. Fireballs instead of the flamethrower. Ah. Terrible everything. Everyone should still die. As expected. Right on cue. That thing. Three enemies nowhere near me, which is a big mistake on their part. Letting me charge up specials will be the undoing of all of them. Or whatever, they want to be undone. I never got what this statue is supposed to be. Just Saint Spiky. It's a weird touch for the level. Very emo of you, level designers. Another one down. I wanted to go down here. Got a force field that I cannot penetrate. But every other part of this area I can easily fall off of, so not gonna push my luck. I'll just blow up the weird conspiracy signs. And let's see. Is this my final recharge? Yes. I used a recharge while I was dying. And in the process, wasted it. Because that's the only recharge I've used that actually did anything. I've never seen that before, dying on the platform. And then last Twisted Metal Black playthrough, I managed to get a double kill. Just at the exact moment. I killed Crazy Ed at the same time that he killed me. While I was on my final life, which ended the level, and I won. But I'd never seen that before. So I won with an exploded vehicle and a dead driver. Of course Spectre would be the final enemy. It's been a thorn in my side this whole time. I guess she got a free shot on me to cancel my special, and then immediately broke the freeze with her special. Now, finally, the big reveal. In the real world, my name is Marcus Kane. That means nothing if you haven't played Twisted Metal 2. And even if you have, it doesn't mean a ton. But they clarified in Head On that Marcus and Needles are apparently the same guy. They always have been. Except for the games in which Marcus did not exist. Which is just the first game, to be fair. Very, very obedient tanker is Minion the Tanker Whisperer. So far, one tanker has obeyed me, which is more than usual. For a moment, I was worried that the helicopter would drop a health pickup on the disabled tanker, thereby maybe bringing it back to life. I'm quite confident that is not a thing. It would be funny if it was. Died due to sloppy play. Just hoping for adequate tanker obedience. That sucks. Yeah. Never stood a chance of getting any use out of that tanker. Bolted away right when I needed it. Oh, why does it keep getting disabled? It was at red health. And then it just stopped having health. I made too big a deal out of successfully getting one tanker to do things that made sense. The hell over here. Hey, I got the shield while Warhawk was not perched. That sort of makes up for how badly I did with the tankers. We have here satellite, that's what you want to see. And God, that flamethrower. Absolutely absurd. Melted Warhawk. And then nothing. No ending whatsoever. So we'll save it. We'll roll credits. Can't watch the credits because Rolling Stones. And yeah, that didn't end up being an especially short playthrough. Minion close to being balanced. Surprisingly enough. But there he is, Marcus Kane. He is David Jaffe's alter ego or something. All the characters have been inside of his brain all along. And they're going back to the colorful world someday. But David Jaffe never did work on another game in the colorful world. The next game he worked on was Lost, which is a scrap sequel to Black. And then 2012, which takes place in an alternate world, which is basically a remake of Twisted Metal Black. There we go. Every single character, but not yet every single level. That is for a few minutes from now. So, stick around for that if you want to see the remaining levels get played through. I'll upload this one to YouTube as well. Just because that way I can link in the video description all the previous segments where I've done these bonus things. And then you can find them all in one convenient place. Some of them took a very long time because they were mostly drive-in theater playthroughs with characters who were ill-suited to the drive-in theater. Like I did Mr. Grimm at the drive-in theater. Don't you want to see that? If you haven't already, you probably do. But there we go. There's the credits we can't watch. And levels coming up soon. Here's our guide through the world of madness. That is the Dark World of Twisted Metal, my favorite game in the series. Good old Sweet Tooth. See you again soon. Sooner than you think. You creep. And that concludes today's playthrough. I am Fiendly, and I thank you for watching Twisted Monday.